And we are live. Focus, Street Focus. Welcome to Street Focus. What up, Mr. Walk?
What's up with it? What's up, brother?
Chilling, chilling. What up, Mr. El Pooh?
Yo, what's going on with you?
Chilling, chilling. All right, let's do what we do. On this show, we just focus in on what's going on in these YouTube streets or the internet streets to be more precise. So, what y'all
This
want
the
to talk?
internet streets. I'm in my internet house off this internet drink, Cavassier, as usual. We getting it popping tonight.
Okay, okay. It looked like the podcast called "Let's Rap About It" is having beef with a couple of people, right? First, it started with academics, and then it started with 50 Cent, and then it started with one more person. Who was the next one? Dang, I forgot who the last one was. But
Is
they've
it
been,
the taste like a boss?
yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was. Yeah. And now they saying that I saw a headline that said what's the name? Mel Murder is about to expose Mr. Jim Jones on either the Art of Dialogue, I believe it was. He about to, whatever I didn't know what the topic is or what the exact state is, but it said something about to be exposed.
What's the expose?
I don't know, but let's rap about it.
Okay, I want to start it off. You know, 50 Cent was trolling again, the world's famous troll, the petty king, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he was, I don't know how his name even got mentioned in this, but he started going at the show. Because first it started with academics clowning, talking about they're a bunch of grown ass, old ass YNs, which they do dress like that. Look, you know what I'm saying? But 50 got in it, talking. Then he said they property, they don't own it, they laid on the rent, they squatting there. And then he was saying like, I could buy the building and y'all just pay me, or like really trolling them. But this is what it also did. It kind of boosted their ratings. Ratings put them on the radar real tough. So
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't sit back. I can't really watch it. I tried to watch it, but it's just four dudes just talking on the internet like us three talking right now.
hmm
I
Now look,
mean, the only one that really got a personality is to me is Mano.
Mano.
Fab, I mean, I never even heard an interview with Fab. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Dave East is like, no one cares. You know what I'm saying?
But what
So
about Jim Jones? People pay attention to Jimmy?
I, I, I don't feel my nigga at all. Sorry, just
Man.
you know,
They ain't gave Jim Jones
he
no,
seems
no
like a
shine.
weasel, he seemed like a fucking weasel, like he up to some shicey shit. To me, he seemed like a nigga that'll fuck your moms if he got the opportunity, ass nigga. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
Grimy, yeah. That's what
Yeah,
he
I'm
did to
just
that's what he did to what's Kanye West. Remember that
Mhm.
shit?
what?
He he introduced somebody. Somebody paid Jim Jones $1 million just to meet Kanye, to have a FaceTime with Kanye, and Kanye didn't know nothing about it.
Well,
That's a cold.
What?
So he got $1 million from some kind of investor, somebody. They just wanted to FaceTime with Kanye West, and he brought them together, and now did his part, got $1 million.
Wow.
So, ill shit, huh?
that's a
Shit.
win. That's a win right there.
Yeah,
For
but that's
who?
some, it's
Nah,
grimy though. That's grimy.
that's grimy.
That's grimy to me.
Yeah, it's
I
grimy.
gotta see you about that, nigga. We gotta line that. We gotta line that up, bro. You know what I'm saying? With my cut.
Into that shit. That was messed up.
What Kanye gonna do?
That's what he probably said to himself before he
Exactly.
did it.
All right, come on, let's go. How you feel about that, Floyd X?
As far as the 50 Cent part,
Yeah, 50 Cent, the whole let's rap about it. They put the
yeah, I
song
know.
out.
I saw the song. I like the song. I do like the song, and I think Fabulous probably sounded the best on it. I was like, I know what's name kept referencing the squatters and stuff like that, but I liked the song. It was a good song, and I like Fabulous on it. But Did they get that 50 on there? I don't remember hearing
Yeah,
those.
he did.
Shots.
Yes. Fab
Okay.
took a lot of shots. He said your window shoppers cannot holler that, window shoppers.
Yeah.
That he
Okay.
went in on 50. He said you're mad because your chick got hot. She got, he talking about the baby mother.
Yeah. Got slimed out.
Yes. And wait, look real quick. That is a blow. Did he delivered a mighty blow to 50 Cent?
Yeah. Yeah.
That shows the pride and joy of your son,
Yep.
the good one son, mom, and she getting smutted out, pissed in her face. All this
Uh,
by Diddy talking about she's still in love. Bitches be fucking liabilities, my nigga.
Real talk. Real talk. Yeah, that's messed up. And they say that 50 really liked her at the time, but she wanted more than he was willing to give, so that's why they broke up. But he really liked her, and then Diddy came in like, "Oh yeah, y'all done? I got you. 10,000 a month for your rent. I got you. I just need you to get on this plane real quick."
That's
Got
what
it.
Diddy do. Diddy do that type of stuff. You
Yeah,
heard what Eric Sermon said. He said he had took old girl and everything. You know,
yeah,
he took Al B. Shore girl,
yep.
made her his baby mama too. I
It's
mean,
crazy, man.
Diddy just low blow ass dude. He do that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's rap about it some more. So academics went at him, and then 50, and you like you say, it did give him some notoriety because people paying attention to it. Because I wasn't paying no attention to it. I was like, I'm not interested in what none of them niggas got to say.
mhm.
But you know,
Academics dropped the hammer. He clowned the hell out, and that was funny as hell. And
yeah,
it really did deliver a blow to the ego of Mano. He
okay,
called them like 50-year-old Y, and they are our
yeah,
ages, dressed in skinny jeans and bandanas and shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's not cool. And but see, it's to me, it remind me of when I first heard Kevin Samuels.
yeah,
Kevin Samuels fucking was talking about like you fucking 40 plus years old, sagging your pants and wearing tennis shoes. And I'm like, you nigga, that's what I'm thinking. But the nigga was right. It was like, here I am, old nigga, dressing
yeah.
like I'm fucking still in my 20s. So, when the motherfucker speaking that truth, it do kind of hit you hard.
Yeah, some people just can't. Go ahead, El Pooh. What you gonna say?
I was getting ready to say Jim Jones. He actually brag about that type of stuff. He says that he had rappers, had little kids and people influenced by his dress and everything. That's what he thinking. He said he brought style to hip hop.
So I don't even have to hear his opinion, but I'm pretty sure he's not one to be like F the streets. He ain't on that 21 Savage shit because he's still trying to be in the streets and
Mhm.
still doing that shit. But how do y'all feel about that? F the streets.
Oh, with the after streets.
Yeah,
I'm not with that.
not
I'm not
with it.
with that. The streets are important. The streets
Okay.
put a lot of these cats where they at right now.
Uh,
Everybody rapping about the streets. Like some people was really in the streets, some people not. But still the streets is a factor. Like I'm looking at like even with Aunt Hefe, who went from just a grimy hustling ganger to now he podcasting. And the main thing people want to hear his stories, his prison stories, the
okay.
squabbles he had. That's the streets. You know what I'm saying? So for a person to get to an elevated part of their life and they be like, fuck the streets, I don't feel it's too cool, and that's why it was such a backlash. You know what I mean?
I
I'm
feel
like,
I feel it's very important to say fuck the streets. It's cool to talk about your past and everything that you've been through and everything because you probably giving some people some game, some things they can avoid and stuff like that. But to be trying to promote the streets right now, in fact, what you're saying about like Aunt Hefe, because he going through it with Spider Loc right now in the streets. And they putting some stuff out there that's really well, I ain't gonna say they, but at least one of them putting some disrespectful stuff out there. And the other one kind of trying to keep it kind of neutral, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And this can actually lead to some real stuff out here in the streets that don't even have nothing to do with those two individuals, but people from their communities can actually catch you behind this type of stuff. See, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Leave the streets alone. The streets don't belong on the internet. You know, when you're talking about podcasting and stuff like that, you can talk about your past all day long, but what's going on right now, and if you got some personal stuff going on, don't bring your whole hood involved into that. And then another thing to talk about is like that Hoover Gumby and those dudes out there in Texas and stuff like that. Man, they doing a whole lot of talking and stuff, and they putting other people involved, like that dude L.A. Ron. He really from East Coast out here and everything. And he on video. He ain't really saying anything, but it's like he almost co-signing these fools talking about what they talking about. And he at East Coast, and they Hoovers, they natural enemies anyway. But he out there in Texas, you know what I'm saying? So that can bring some whole politics into stuff. Even though, like I said, he ain't even promoting that, but he's just on video with them talking this whole stuff, incriminating stuff like, you know, if you come out here, we're gonna basically take you out and stuff like that. Man, don't that right there don't belong on the internet.
But wait, watch this, infamous. That's what's going on today. That's what these cats are doing. I totally agree with what you saying, but that's really the old rules. We live by them old rules. Like, we don't be flashing pistols and stuff on the internet, but these guys now they do. They talking about prison stories. It's a famous podcaster who been locked up for like 10 years. The B Brazy, he's famous in prison doing a podcast talking about what just happened today. What this is just what the new B Brazy.
That
This
sounds.
is just
I'm gonna look him up.
yeah, this is the new media. This is how they do it today. Like, this is what it is. So, like, even Hefe on the internet talking about hood politics, like his brother called him from jail. He recorded. He let him know, though. He keeping it G. Let him know I'm about to play this because his brother actually witnessed something that transpired. That's just what's going on today, bro.
Yeah.
But he getting other people's perspective on stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then most times it's them reacting to stuff that's going on already. See, if you already putting something out there, it's fair game to be talked about in a sense. In a sense, you know, you can talk about what, you know, if somebody's already talking about it, okay, you can go ahead and commentate on it and everything, you know, do what you're gonna do. But like I said, you know, it's one thing to talk about stuff, but then when you get your personal feelings involved and you start disrespecting people's hoods and people's homeboys and the dead and stuff like that, that just, to me, that just, I mean, I don't know. Listen, it ain't like no 20-year-olds doing this. It's people from our age that understand the old school and understand what the boundaries are that's doing it. That's the problem.
So we got
and like to piggyback off what you said, some of this stuff is already on the internet, so it's not gossip. Nice guy. Yeah, I had to. You know, I got to punch him in the back of the head just out of nowhere for no reason. It ain't gossip. We ain't gossiping. It's on the internet already, fool. Salute to Nice Guy.
Yeah, when they say F the streets, man, I want to see it in your actions, dude. Are you going to really be F the streets, or you just saying that to boost your album sales? Because people were saying, and that was the reason that 21 Savage jumped to that side, because his album came out like 2 weeks ago and it didn't hit like it was. But they said ever since that F the streets movement, his album sales started jumping.
Yeah. Hey, man. I think things is different with these album sales too. Yeah. Like, I heard that Cardi B album, they calling it a flop. That was a good project she put out. I love that, her album. I listened to the whole thing a few times, but this is just a different era. People nobody buying music. And then who's that artist talking about we need to go back to CDs and cassette tapes and shit? Who's saying that?
I heard somebody say that. I forgot who said it, but that did sound dumb as fuck.
Yeah, you out of your goddamn. Figure something else out, niggas. Figure something out. That ain't happening.
Yep. So, I mean, if you about that F the streets, show it in your music. And you know, find a way, but you got to have an exit plan for the brothers that's still out in the street, because they going to say, I love the streets because the streets is feeding them. So you need an exit plan to give them something else. Because I know Boosie was like, F that shit. I'll never say F the streets. The streets is what feed me. And, you know, I listen to Boosie. I like Boosie. When he be talking, he be saying some real shit, though.
You know, Boosie's going to get some time, too, right? He just pleaded guilty.
I thought Trump pardoned him. I'm reading fake news. That might have been fake news.
Something like that.
Yeah, I heard something. He got pardoned, but we'll see.
We want to do some research on that. But I'm just saying like this. If you in the streets and you've been in the streets, you could do what you want to do. But what I mean by, if I was to say F the streets, and what I think, the way I take it is, they telling youngsters that's coming up here, you don't need to be in the streets. That's all it is.
Shit. I agree with that. I agree. If that's what the message is, I agree with it. And you don't need to be in the streets. That's not the last resort.
I
Just
mean,
like
what did you tell your kids, bro? Did you tell your kids, anything about the streets? You told them don't mess around. If anything, you deterred them from being in the streets.
you know what? You sit them in an environment where that's not even a factor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I never had to talk to my children about the street.
Because
It wasn't a factor.
because I'm gonna be honest with you, because you're not even in the streets. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. J Wall got got nothing but boys, and he in the streets and everything. You gotta tell your boys. I mean, I ain't gonna say it like that. Out here in LA, your kids grew up in Sacramento. I don't know how it is out there. I think it's a little bit different, just a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say. But if you out here, in the trenches, you're gonna have to expose your kids to the streets a little bit,
I
because
mean,
anyway, you're gonna have to let them know how to maneuver out here in these streets, and just letting them know that the streets ain't where it's at, but you still got to understand these streets, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you live in it, you gotta maneuver it.
right.
But you don't.
I mean, it's kind of like us growing up. We was around it. We claimed gangs, but we was in as deep as some of our homies. We wasn't out late at night and got shot like some of our homies back then. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas had to be home. Pops was on that ass like, nigga, where y'all at? Type shit. So it's kind of the bringing who you there with, because even with my two boys, even though they was like, one in particular was into more of the street stuff, and I'm telling them stuff, but they kind of gonna go their own path. Like, even though I've been to the pen and I did my street stuff, and I could tell you all day, this ain't the business. I lost a lot of fucking time. I lost my wife. I lost y'all two boys. I lost everything I owned. You know what I'm saying? They seen that, but then still want to do what they're gonna do. All I could do is give advice and let them know it's other stuff out there. You know what I'm saying?
And that's that's the story that has to be told when it comes to the streets. How when you got out, you say you lost all that, and where was you sleeping at?
Damn, put me on blast. I was sharing the living room with my grandmama and my mom and dad house.
But that's what I'm saying.
My two sons had the room. Mom's pops had their room, and me and my grandmama was sharing the room. And my mom put a sheet up in the middle of the living room to separate me and my grandmama. Woo! That hurts.
But you know what? You lucky to have that, because some people come home to nothing at all. They don't have no family and stuff like that.
Real talk.
Sometimes the streets is all that they have. If they are, like I said, if you in the streets and you part of the streets and the streets is your family, if that's all that you know, I mean, that's all that you know. But even when you have kids, you don't want them to go through that type of stuff. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Never.
I'm just speaking from my experience. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was coming up, even though my moms and everything was on us, get back in the house and everything, they didn't understand the gang bang environment like we understand it now, because it's it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And people from our generation are part of the cause of it all. You know what I'm saying? So to take responsibility, don't just try to save your own kids, try to save some other kids out there too, and say, look, the streets ain't for you. It ain't nothing out here in these streets for you. You know what I'm saying? Even our OGs used to kind of tell us that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to do it, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. I ain't gonna tell you not to do it, but I'm saying, you gotta know what you're signing up for. And
you gotta, like you said, you gotta provide or show them at least a different way. You can't just tell a kid.
You gotta give them other options.
Yeah, he dressing bummy. He getting clowned. You can't tell him you can't sell no drugs or something like this. You know what he going through. You know he feeling bad about himself. Like, look at this real quick. I seen, like, I remember my sons was young and they had a news story where they was giving this kid some old ass Nikes and he was so happy. And my sons was like, what? And I said, see this? Because he never had no Nikes like that. And I'm buying these ungrateful two boys Nikes and all that crap. But this kid, it was on a news story of getting him some used fucking Nikes. So, yeah.
Okay. But I want to say, the street, like, listen, as a parents, if you want your children to be on some F the street stuff, you have to show them and put them in a position where it's not even a factor. Like, let's take Jeezy, for example. I know people criticize him because he's always rapping the trap rap, but then he was celebrating that his son graduated college and never was in the streets because even though Jeezy was in the streets, he made sure that wasn't the life for his son. And you have to, as parents, you have to be like, my children not gonna be no part of that. They're not even gonna know what that is, and that's what some people do, and what adults need to do. F the streets. So we'll see when 21 Savage and Young Thug, their children, if they really on some F the streets and they put their children in positions to be able to be like, I ain't got to say F the streets. I don't have no parts of the streets. But
Well,
that's
yeah. I mean, if you able to do that and you got enough sense, go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, a lot of these kids that come up in the streets and in the streets right now is because even their parents and uncles and cousins and everybody around them is just a part of it. So it's just a part of them. You know what I'm saying? Some people just can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And then you got some people that actually, get into the streets like let's say Big U, for example. One of his sons is out there gang banging the one that just got killed, rest in peace. And then you got the other one that's in the NFL, you know?
yeah.
I
And he
mean,
was doing good. I saw him play the other day. He got, I think he got a tackle or something, prevented a touchdown. So
good
salute to
job.
that brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but salute to that brother, man.
That's right.
But let's jump on the Fat Joe versus Young Buck. Fat Joe, everybody is out here saying that Fat Joe is a capper. They call him Cap Joe because every time he tell a story, it gets wilder and wilder. He said one time he robbed a gym full of high school students by himself. He said told everybody to put it in the bag, and they put they all their valuables in the bag. He robbed a gym by himself. So he's known.
Hey, some of them help him.
Yeah. So he's known as a capper, and then he told a story on his another podcast with two rappers, respect to Jada Kiss and Fat Joe. They got a podcast. It's called Joe and Kiss, I think it is, or Joe and Jada. Joe
Yeah.
and Jada. And he was telling a story that when he was beefing with 50 Cent, that they caught or they saw Young Buck screaming from the balcony or something. He was like, "Come on, get your ass down here!" He threw a water bottle at him, and then he was trying to get to the security, and somebody punched Young Buck or put the beats on him. That's what he claimed. And so Young Buck came out and said that's not even what happened. And he told the story and for his version of the story that nobody got jumped. He said, yeah, he did throw the water bottle, but nobody got punched in the face or stomped out and all this other stuff. And then Young Buck being a wise man, went and made a song about it to get some traction. So the song sounded good to me. I like the music, but we'll see what it do. What's y'all take on that? How y'all feel about Fat Joe versus Young Buck?
Well, hold on. I'm gonna go first on this real quick. Let me ask y'all one question. Because this dude be trying to make it seem like everybody heard this story. He's like, y'all never heard this story? They was like, nah, we ain't never heard this story. But anyway, did y'all hear that Biggie and Fat Joe album that they was making?
I heard that he said that. I heard he said that. And
Yeah.
nobody said that. And then nobody never heard nothing about that.
Go ahead, Walt.
Yeah. Like this is why listening to this is like just hearing a kid tell a story about he a fantastic tale. You remember how you used to make shit up and tell your friends a lie? That's what this sounds like to me with Fat Joe. I never heard this story. And he's been interviewed plenty of times talking about 50 Cent, Young Buck, all the whole crew. And he never mentioned anything like this. No one has. So it probably was just Young Buck was on there and talking shit, and that's it. Where did the altercation? It was probably no physical altercation. He capping now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. I do find myself like telling stories from a long time ago then add a little bit on, little spice on there to make it a little funny or a little bit more like, oh, you know what I mean? I think that's just going with age, I think. That's all I have.
Hey, what you're saying? What you're saying is that Fat Joe is just heavy handed with the spice.
Yes,
He
yes,
like we'll do
yeah.
like this. That motherfucker, I punched him in the face and he went down and the ambulance had to come. And yeah, that's just a day in the life of Fat Joe.
Right, right. Come on, bro. And
Yeah.
all that happened was they caught eye contact, and then he was in the car and he drove off, like or something. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to
Yeah.
say that Fat Joe is entertaining, though.
I don't
That's
find
what
him entertaining.
they using it as stick. Like when he telling the story, Jadakiss like, oh,
Yeah, I
Oh
always make
yeah, yep.
on
He
the
laid
flag.
down and put a pillow over his head.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
shit.
you're right.
So
That's
they,
real
you know,
shit.
yeah.
That's real shit.
Uh-huh.
Man, but did y'all catch the interview between Blueface by Club Shay Shay? He was on Club Shay Shay. He gave it 2.5 hour interview. I didn't watch the whole interview. I just saw the clip on him beefing with NLE Chopper. And now let me explain this, and I want y'all to take y'all opinion on it. So NLE Chopper, I think it was like a year ago. Blueface caught a domestic, and something hitting a girl or whatever. And so NLE Chopper, they had a song together when NLE Chopper was coming up. And so he went on video on camera and said, I'm not gonna do no more songs with Blueface because I don't mess with people who hit women. And so he sat there and spoke about it. So Blueface was on Club Shay Shay, and Shannon Sharp asked him about it. What you and Emily Chopper? He said, that motherfucker, he picked a side and he came out his face reckless. He said something to that effect. And then he was explaining it to Shannon Sharp. But what was funny to me about it was Shannon Sharp was like, "You right, I agree with you, because you don't jump and take a side like that." You know what I'm saying? What's y'all take on that? If your homeboy, or how y'all feel about it? Go ahead. You want to go first, Walk, or?
Well, NLE Chopper, this is I don't really know too much about that situation, but it seems like he trying to clout chase. He's trying to
Yeah,
do stuff like the game. Like, hey, I want beef with somebody because remember he just this with NBA YoungBoy and
yeah.
stuff with a whack ass song. Though the song was trash, and he
The
doing
fake
all
ass
this
Tupac song.
extra,
The
yeah,
fake
doing all
Tupac
that.
song. The hit 'em up,
How, how,
whatever.
how disgraceful! But looking for attention, had a whole choreographer video, and it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
It didn't go nowhere because I don't think it was nothing behind it. It seemed like it was just looking for attention, and that's what I think he's doing now with Blueface. It's probably gonna be somebody else. So they doing people is doing the what MC Karis One did. Just
Not,
ignore his ass.
not
He's gonna go
responding.
away. Just like
Yeah.
they doing with the game. Just ignore him. He'll go away. No one cares about you.
Who is NLE Chopper? Is that one of the dudes from Making the Band or something?
Nah. Nah.
Oh,
Like I like NLE Chopper because something, in my opinion, he's from Memphis. And I think, in my opinion, Memphis is hot with the rappers right now. They killing. In my opinion, they killing the game. Young Dolph. What's the dude? The other one?
Peace.
Woo.
Key Glock, rest in peace, young dog.
Yep. Young Dolph, Key Glock, Yo Gotti, Finesse 2 times, Glorilla, and it's like the other one, the one that was big in like 2 years ago. What was that dude's name? I can't remember these dudes' name, but it's so many. Memphis is on fire. Salute to the Memphis rappers, man. Y'all doing it. Much respect. And my favorite Memphis of all time is Young Dolph. Straight up, no chaser. But I forgot what my point was. I lost it.
Memphis killing the game. They got a bunch of new talent.
Yeah.
They
And so
hold it.
it's NLE Chop. Okay, NLE Chop is from Memphis also. I like his music. And I'm gonna tell you, initially I liked the Tupac song. But then I like it's Cap is like he just looking for a beef. because I was like, what did NBA YoungBoy do? And then it was like, oh, he didn't do nothing. It was like he just looking for clout. I was like, oh yeah, because they talk about how NBA YoungBoy is doing concerts and they're selling out arenas and it's real big. He has a loyal fan base and he's really popular. Like I don't listen to NBA YoungBoy, but from what I understand, he's very popular to a certain section of people. So and Elite Chopper is trying to ride that wave, like Walk said. He's trying to do that game.
Yep.
That's what it's about. Building up your fan base. So you go out here, do your shows and everything, sell your merchandise. You know, got people that's always going to buy your product. That's what you want. You want a core little fan base. If you get 250,000 core people that listen to you and buy your shit, you can be independent. You be really winning. Yeah. Fuck all those plaques and all that because you got people with plaques that got no money.
Yep.
Man.
Hey, on that note, you know what the story that don't never get told? When E40 tells the story, he say like, when I was looking up to all these rappers in the rap game and all the money they was having, he's like, I went out there on the grind and was putting my tapes into the mom and pop stores. And then when I got my big house and started getting money, I was like looking for the rappers. And then I came to find out that all these rappers is broke. And he said he was the only one that really had money. Like I had the house, the cars, and the rappers I'm talking to, they didn't have shit. And he was like, it's that facade. So, I was just saying
that's real. That's real shit.
Too Short and E40 came up with the blueprint for the Bay Area underground takeover.
Real talk.
Because Too Short was selling this stuff out the trunk and everything, making tapes and putting people's names on it and everything. That was independent. You know what I'm saying? And he was making a nice little chunk, for that time, he was making a chunk of change.
Hell yeah.
E40, when, like you said, when E40 was putting all that stuff independent in those stores and everything, he was actually selling too. You know what I'm saying? They was asking to re-up. You know what I'm saying? He was actually out the trunk.
I remember y'all told the story on Spin That Back.
Yeah. Man. That's real. And then, the Bay Area, they still loyal to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Music, the Bay Area still support.
Yeah.
It's always been like that since the 90s.
Yep.
Salute to the Bay Area, man. You live in a hell of an area, man. That's where you want to sell your music. Even Master P started off in the Bay Area.
Real talk. That's some real shit, man. Real shit.
Yeah, go up there and get that game. Get the game from the Bay. Can't hate on it.
The game was brought up here by what's the name?
JT the Bigger Figure.
JT the Bigger Figure. Yep. I remember when I was in the Nation, I played it. I was a chauffeur. I drove him home with the FOI captain.
Where's he from?
The Bay. He from the
Filmo.
Filmo. Yep.
It's like no, that's not Filmo. Okay, that's
Filmo, San Francisco. That's all like in the same area or something like that. Yeah.
And he the truth. I'm gonna tell you, he the truth. He come around. He's very respectful. He was cool. He was on his Muslim stuff. He was a straight brother, 100%. Yeah, I follow JT. That's a real one, bro. For real.
For sure.
Yep. All right, so we gonna end it here. Anybody, anything else y'all want to speak on or what?
Since you mentioned the game, let's talk about that. Remember the game? He said he the best rapper from Compton. Is that true?
Come
or
on.
Not?
That ain't even nothing to even discuss. That's disgusting.
All right, El Pool, I want to challenge you.
Come on, bro.
Did the game bring the West Coast back?
He brought Compton back in a sense, but Compton never went nowhere.
My question was, did he bring the West Coast back?
I would say hell, fuck yeah. Hell yes.
I mean,
that first album was solid.
That's what I'm saying. So
that first album, everybody had that.
When we speak on the game, in my opinion, that has to be considered. Because when the game was coming out, I was like, who the fuck is this? And it was like, I was sitting there like, okay, this shit sound good. And it was like, his
It was
intro.
straight production. I mean, come on now, it's gonna sound good, but it was just good. Yeah.
But
The
he
problem
did it
I had with
without
James
Dre.
back in those days, though, he was always name dropping too much. Just
Right,
from the
yeah.
jump, he was just dropping names. It was just that was the only problem I had with him. And then
Uh,
he kind of had that cadence, like he was trying to sound too hard to me. That's the
it
only problem
worked.
I had with him.
It worked.
It worked, but it was like it just felt kind of like, eh.
All right. So so
It,
so
it didn't it didn't sound genuine to me.
so El Poo, I'm challenging you. So you agree that he brought the
He
West Coast
he
back?
brought the West Coast back, but you know who took it over?
No, wait, no. Well, let's stop right there. So is that do we take that into consideration for him being one of the best from the Compton specifically?
Could he have done it without one of the best producers from Compton, or the best
We ain't
producers?
talking about that. We ain't
You,
talking
you
about that.
drifting, baby. You drifting.
Yeah,
You
we ain't
drifting
talking
about
about
that.
that.
Come on now.
He brought it back
Is
to
it
the
a
West
reason?
Coast.
It's a
We
reason,
do,
though. Okay,
huh?
all right. So the reason why you say that is because at that time, when you think about it, when Game came out, wasn't nobody hot on the West Coast.
Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, because they needed new blood, and
50
he was
took over.
Yeah.
50 took over.
literally he was the new blood.
Yeah.
But wait, watch this. But
He
see,
made he made it cool to be a blood because Snoop Dogg had it. It was the Crips was winning, and he made it cool to be a blood.
well,
Because
Mac,
Mac 10 had an impact,
Mac
but
10.
the
Mac 10 had
game, it was like after the game, it was so many bloods that came into the game. No pun intended.
look, Floyd X,
Yeah,
you completely right. The game, he, I was locked up when the game came out. I'm
yeah,
like, I'm hearing cats talk about the game. I'd never seen. I didn't even
yeah.
know what the nigga looked like. Nothing.
Me neither. When
the,
he first came out, me neither.
Then when I came home, and then that's all you was hearing that first album.
Oh my
That shit was
goodness.
a. It should have. I don't know how many mics it got in the source, but that was a 5 micer right there. But he
There you
did.
go.
He ran the board. But wait, watch this.
Yeah.
He ain't had no smoke out since then. He had a few hits here and there, but as far as a full album that was tight from beginning to end, that moved the West again,
Yeah.
it ain't happened. He put out like maybe 10 albums since then. So now for him to say he the best rapper from Compton, lyrically, I
Mhm.
don't think so. I don't believe so at all. There's so many
Okay.
underground niggas I can name. Come on now. Bad
Now,
luck, nigga.
now
Problem?
let,
Problem?
let me say this. Let me say this because I agree. In my opinion, he's not the best from Compton. He's not the best from the West Coast. You know
Right.
who I believe is the king of rap, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know that. And now
yeah.
I just say that I can appreciate him putting it out there because people forget about it. That's why I'm trying to lay it out. Like when I
Right.
think about it, like, man, this dude brought the West Coast back. He revived the West Coast, in my opinion. And he made it cool to be a blood when everybody was on Crip because Snoop came out and dropped that Crip shit and motherfuckers was Crip. I didn't hear nothing about no bloods. Even though
Because
he was from a
Suge and
blood.
them gave Suge and them gave the Bloods a bad name, a bad image, and everything with the
Uh,
two.
I,
No,
I understand. I understand you to a point. I understand you to a point on that. And the game set it straight. But I'm glad that he coming out here and is saying it. He got to because this is a theory on a side note from that. When they went on stage and gave Kendrick the crown, I think Snoop was the one that initiated, and I believe that the gang regret that he did that.
oh,
I do.
yeah.
I think so. Just think about it. Imagine if we like, hey man, we gotta give it to Kendrick, and everybody gonna be there. We gonna give him this crown, and we gonna crown him the king of the West Coast or ever. And then you the game, you go there, you do that shit, and then you sit back after the smoke clear. You like, damn, wait a minute, I still got fire in me, and
Who who's
go
that
ahead,
football player from Baltimore? Forget the young man name. The
Lamar
quarterback.
Jackson. Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson.
What is his motto? Shut up and work. That's what the game needs to do. Get in the studio, prove it.
Oh,
He ain't gotta say shit. Put some
oh.
fucking heat out. Like
He
my
just
boy, cause
that album.
like my boy from LA, from West Side, Playboy Gangster Crip, Big Sad. He just putting smoke out. Oh, more fire. Year, month after month, another album. Oh, DJ Lee, come on now. And he ain't got to do no interviews. That's the dude popping on the West Coast. That's the one from LA, you know.
Game fell victim to what a whole lot of other rappers fell victim to. Let me give you some examples. MC Ren, DOC.
Damn.
I mean, Easy to an extent, almost, but Easy found some good production though. But without Dre, they couldn't do anything.
That was the secret sauce. I agree. Because wait, what? I'm gonna piggyback on you.
Go ahead.
Let me piggyback on Phil Poole real fast. Yeah. It's just like I remember this interview that was on 92.3 The Beat. That's corrupt. The whole Death Row was on there after Dr. Dre left. He was saying we don't need them. But what happened? That's when the decline of Death Row started going down when Dr. Dre left in 96. Started Aftermath 97.
Nigga, name your album that did anything after All Eyes on Me.
Exactly.
Was Above the Rim before or after that?
That's way before. That's 94.
Okay. All right. All Eyes on Me. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, for the game.
Jay-Z said, if you made me, make another me. Make another one.
I don't. For some reason, I'm hesitant to say that Dre was the reason that the game declined. I'm hesitant because
are you crazy?
It's
in stone. It's the history's there. The history's there. It's already in stone. The game after 2005. What his second album that he had that one good song.
The documentary 2 was the Dr. Dre executive producer, but he didn't do no music, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Are you mistaken? He mentioned Dre every song, and Dre didn't do no production on it.
The Red album, in my opinion, is the game's best album. Dr. Dre didn't produce nothing on there.
Okay. What came off that album?
The One Blood, and then the song. What was One Blood on?
That ain't the Red album. That's not the Red album. That album is the documentary 2.
One Blood? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but Dr. Dre didn't produce it.
Nope.
All right. So One Blood was one, and then that was that album. But on the Red album, he got the song with Kendrick. I forget what it's called, but that song is fire. And Game killed it on that album, and I think on that particular song, Kendrick killed that song. But that album is, for me, the best album, and they wasn't produced by Dre.
All the Game got to do, because he still can rap. It ain't like but how he was calling out Eminem, trying to start beef with Ricky Rose. Like just trying, somebody acknowledge me, and everybody, I don't even mention him. Just get in that studio, just get serious. Just, I'm looking for some producers, because he still got a name. He still got clout. Just let's holler at people. Like KRS-One do. This anonymous producer, come in here, make this beat. Oh man, it's fire. I'm gonna spit this. Do something like that.
So you say he don't politic right. Go ahead, Elpo.
Politic. I'll say this much. In my opinion, Game only got one classic album. And to be put in that category as the best they ever came out of, I think he said that ever came out of Compton. Is that the words they used?
He was just saying, I'm the best rapper
from Compton.
Okay, right now. You can't say you're the best rapper from Compton right now.
He didn't say right now. Take that out. I'm the best rapper from Compton.
You can't even say that.
YG?
I mean, shit, if you say you're the best rapper from Compton, it's like, man, you still got to throw up Eazy-E. I mean, rap-wise. I mean, as far as just people's love for rappers, people love Eazy-E.
You moving the goalposts, Elpo. Eazy-E was not a rapper.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Timberland, the best rapper. No,
he wasn't a rapper. You gotta say, you can't keep it right there. I'm the best
rapper. Was a rapper, bro. He got a whole
the only one
Magoo.
Only one that has a claim to it is Kendrick. Everybody knows that.
We can just stick at Kendrick. I mean, it's no way you can. Kendrick killed you on your own songs.
Okay, so El Poo, so you agree with me? Who else besides? Okay, so DJ Quick can't say I'm a better rapper than Game. Any
Quick
other
wouldn't even
rapper
try to
that's
say it. Quick wouldn't even go up and say no stupid shit like that.
so this is what I'm saying. The Game has a I ain't gonna say a point. The Game
You got an ulterior motive.
A leg to stand on was for saying
a
something.
leg to stand on. Thank
Yeah,
you. He got a
I
leg
agree.
to stand on.
I agree.
Yeah, that's where I leave it. He got a leg to stand on. I want to see it play out because, in my opinion, I say Kendrick. But what do other people say? The same way when Jay-Z versus Nas, it's almost 50-50 as far as who.
It's almost like Jim Jones versus Nas. No, it ain't that.
Hell no.
It ain't that bad.
Hell no.
Damn. Hey, that was disrespectful to the game.
Hell no. This motherfucker. Yeah. Okay.
That liquor starting to kick in over there, huh, old fool? What you sipping, my now?
I'm just saying though, but, you ain't got no business saying. You just want to get some publicity right now because you're losing in life. You know what I'm saying? You got all
Why you say that? How you
I mean,
losing
he got all these. I mean, in real life, he actually going through some losses right now. He need to get his name hot some kind of way and start selling some.
He owe a lot of money. He lost a lot of lawsuits that's worth millions. He gotta pay 40 Glock for that ass.
He gave up one of his houses at least.
Yep.
You can't say he's losing in life, dude. That's a cold shit.
I mean, come on now. He lost that court case. I mean,
he is not where he think he should be. You can just tell from his.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But I mean, not like he's losing like he's losing. I'm just saying he's just losing on certain little things. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this conversation we having. We having this conversation. We not like, oh, the game's the hardest. Like, you know what I'm saying? We not saying that. We talking kind of negative about the game. He probably feel you should put more respect on my name, but show in the work. You got to show in the work, bro. You got to show in the work.
Let me pinpoint on that. We talking kind of negative on his name. Why?
Because it's more talk and the hits in the song are not there. It's like one or two here, like that first of the month one, that was tight. It's like one out of every now and then, but it's not moving. He ain't moved the needle in like 10 years, bro. In 10 years, Game ain't moved the needle. That's just what it is. But he been recording. He got a shitload of albums. I looked at his catalog. I was like, God damn, I'm listening to some songs on there. Like, damn, he do got more songs. But it's not. He not on my replay list. He not on my when I add to the playlist. I'm not adding him. And it's not because I got hate for him. It's just not there. It's not stuff I want to listen to over and over.
And you know what? And it's obvious that he's taking a shot at Kendrick. There's no doubt about it. But you know what? Kendrick just don't even have to even respond to him, and he'll just be dead in the water because ain't nobody talking about it right now.
Yeah. When Kendrick dropped that next album in 5 years, you know.
Or he'll just come out next week.
Huh?
Or he'll just come next week and drop one out of nowhere.
Yeah, but Kendrick every 3 years dropping, so just out of nowhere, no promotion. Did y'all see the billboard when it was like every song from his album was on the damn billboard? Top singles, like what the fuck? Album number one. I think he about to win another Grammy for the same album from 2 years ago. That's crazy.
But which one? GNX?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's cool.
I think he have for another Grammy.
Okay.
That's insane.
Drake said he opened his mouth. Go grab him a Grammy right now.
Yeah. But I can't wait for that next album in 2030. I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to Kendrick's next album, 2030.
My last point on the game. Listen, I think he messed up when he didn't want to be a part of G Unit.
That was a big bumbleclot move.
Yeah, because you got to be a part of something bigger than you, or help make something bigger than you, like Snoop, Death Row, Jay-Z, Rockefeller, and you part of something bigger. He could have been like G Unit, 50 Cent, But at the same time, you could have made your contribution and did your part. And I thought that he was gonna do something when he had went to what's the Cash Money, and he had his own record label. I thought, oh, he about to do something.
Who, the game?
Yeah, he went to Cash Money, and
I
it
didn't
was
know
I think it
that
was
either.
called Blood Money or something like that. It was the record label called Blood Money, and it went nowhere. He was supposed to sign people, but there isn't nobody that I know he co-signed people, but there's nobody that he brought into the game that's big today. Like how people say Dr. Dre, the game, Kendrick Lamar, Easy E, and go down the list of people who got big working with Dre. It should be people that get big working with the game, but he don't have nobody, not one.
Russell Simmons said that. How many
Man,
millionaires did you make?
yeah.
How
See,
many
that's the
millionaires
problem.
talking
That's
shit
the problem.
about me? How many
Yeah,
millionaires did you have your hand in? Russell, like, I got my hand in every Kanye,
yeah,
the Jigga, the come on, Ludacris. Come on. Not that he made them, but his hand is in it. Russell
yeah.
Simmons have made a lot of millionaires
We'll
living in
talk-
Bali, hiding for all them fucking charges gonna come
we,
soon as he step foot
hey,
in
we
America.
got we got to talk about that shit next week. That shit, him and Kimora Lee, and for her to come out and say some shit she said, oh, that was foul, dude. That was foul. Yeah,
Oh,
that's for next week. We're gonna talk about it next week. Tune in next week. We're gonna talk about that shit.
how
That
about
was
a Sunday? How about a Sunday?
okay. Yeah, Sunday. That's next week. Sunday.
Oh,
We
I
just
forgot
making
about
up. All right. So yeah, let's do that. Kimora Lee and Russell Simmons, and we're gonna talk about that. Tune in Sunday. What time, Walt?
6 o'clock, baby.
Sunday, 6 o'clock. Tune in to
I'm not
Street.
from 60s. Hey, I remember at Warden was one time, his name was DJ Romeo. Remember the 60s took over the skating rink.
That
And
was
he
crazy.
did this on stage, and niggas was like, yep, that nigga did that. That shit was like, whoa, this hot shit.
Yeah,
He was on stage too, DJ Romeo with the fucking
that's crazy.
hazel eyes, nigga. That was tight.
Uh, World of Wizards with shit. We got to talk about that one day. World of
World
Wizards.
on wheels.
Hell
Woo.
yeah. World on Wheels, Mid City. Shit. When Zodi's used to be next door to World on Wheels. If you from the old school, you know that Zodi's was next door.
And the
Yeah.
police station right in the parking lot.
The police station was over there too. Yep. Same parking lot. We got drunk behind the police station, right? Before
Yeah.
we got drunk behind the police station, then we went to World on Wheels. Yeah, we were some young
That's
wild.
crazy. That's crazy.
That was funny. So hey, tune in Sunday, 6 p.m. The Folk Street Focus, the Brothers Johnson. You got Leroy Johnson right there. Oh,
Jay
hell,
Johnson.
Leroy Johnson, and then you got Jay Johnson and Floyd Johnson. Yeah, we'll be back Sunday, 6 o'clock. Tune in. We're gonna have some more everything going on in these YouTube streaks. We're gonna talk about it. Internet streaks. We're gonna talk about it. So Sunday, Kamora Lee, Russell Simmons, and the shit they got going. That brother, I'm gonna give you one more tidbit. He said I've been paying you, what do you say, $50,000 a month for
For
like
18, 20 some years?
almost 20 years. And she coming out her mouth was saying what she's saying. Oh my God. We see y'all Sunday. We out.
Hey, happy birthday, cocaine.
Happy birthday, cocaine. And if you celebrate the Christmas thing, I hope you had a good Christmas. Peace out.